to our second session, Research Ready, Orientation and Seminar for Emerging Researchers. To initiate the session, I request Dr. Anna George, in charge principal and seminar patron, to formally welcome our chief guest and a guest of honor. I request Madam to present a token of appreciation to our chief guest and keynote speaker, Shri Ashwin Lawande, Deputy Registrar, Academics, Goa University. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Anna George to present a token of gratitude to our guest of honor, Shri Krishna, Shetye, Chairman, Working Committee, Goa Vidyaprasarak. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I now request Associate Professor Sanjay Govikar sir to formally introduce our guest of honor, Shri Krishna Shetye sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon once again. Born in a beautiful and peaceful village of Saviveri, Shri Krishna Shetye sir grew up with a strong values and love for learning. He began his schooling in Marathi at Utkarsh Vidyalaya and completed his SSC from HAD Almeda High School, Ponda. His desire to learn more took him to Srimati Parvatibai Chogale College, Margao, where he completed his PSc. He returned to his school as a teacher, giving back to the place that gave him so much. Though his time as a teacher was short, his journey for learning and leading never stopped. Later, Shri Shetye joined Hindustan Siva Gaidi of India, where he worked sincerely for 16 long years. At the same time, he followed his dreams and started a business in civil construction and real estate. His hard work and honesty helped him build his own company, Shetye Homes and Real Estate Private Limited, where he is now the managing director. Along with business, Shri Shetye has always been active in social and cultural work. He has served as a secretary and now the chairman of Goa Vidyaprasarak Mandal with the GBM's working committee. He is also a respected member of Sarvajanik Ganeshotsav Mandal Sadar Ponda and a proud member of Rotary Club of Ponda. Shri Shetye is a lover of books and has a big collection of books at home. He enjoys reading and sharing good thoughts with others. A confident speaker, he is well known for his clear and impressive speeches in Marathi and very good speeches in Konkani. From a student in a small school to a teacher in the same school to a successful businessman and respected social worker, Shri Krishna Shetye's life is a shining example of simplicity, strength, and service. May I now invite Shri Krishna Shetye sir, who is a guest of honor also, to address the gathering. Sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sagळ्यांक बरी दनपार हांव येता. I think language is no barrier here to speak, is it, Mr. Govikar? Can I speak it in Konkani? पुन्हा एकदा सगळ्यांक बरी सकाळ हांव येता. गोवा विद्याप्रसारक मंडळाच्या ह्या आजच्या शोध प्रबंध सादर करपी आणि सादरीकरण हाजेर आयोजित आयची ही कार्यशाळा, ही कार्यशाळेक वेगवेगळ्या वाठारांतल्यान जमिल्ले वेगवेगळे आचार्य प्राध्यापक आणि शिक्षक हांची उत्स्फूर्तताय, हांचे कार्य आणि ताका लागून तांकां दिवपाचें शिक्षण ह्या आजच्या कार्यशाळेंतल्यान व्यक्त जाता. ते कार्यशाळेंत चडशे जाण हांगा प्रबंध सादर कशें करप आनी ताजी सुरवात कशी करप आनी तें सोंपो खंय व्हरून आनी तातूंतल्यान प्राप्त कितें करून घेवप आनी तें कोणा कडल्यान करून घेवप ताजे विशीं मार्गदर्शक कोण आसचो आनी तें केन्ना पर्यंत आपल्या आयुश्यांत हांवें करचें हाजेर ही कार्यशाळा आसूंक जाय अशें म्हाका दिसता. हांव सकाळीं हांगा येवंक नाशिल्लो, आनीक कितें काम आशिल्लें म्हणून हांव थंय वचचें पडलें म्हाका. आमचें थोडक्यांत हांव सांगतां, आमचें गोवा विद्याप्रसारक म्हणल्यार एक व्हड संस्था. तुमच्या कार्यशाळे विशीं उलयतांच, पूण गोवा विद्याप्रसारक म्हणल्यार कितें हें कोणें सांगलां काय हांव नकळो, पूण गोवा विद्याप्रसारक म्हणल्यार जवळ जवळ 115 वर्सां पयलीं स्थापन जाल्ली ही संस्था. हे संस्थेक पयलीं एकूच शाळा आशिल्ली. ताच्या नंतर जवळ जवळ 1915 म्हणल्यार 2 शाळा जाल्यो, एक इंग्लीश आनी एक मराठी. ताजे उपरांत आनी एक मराठी शाळा स्थापन जाली वेलंगा, आनी ताच्या नंतर वेलंगाची शाळा बंद पडली. आनी मागीर आमी स्वतंत्र जातकच जवळ जवळ 1962 ते 65 ह्या दशकांनी आमच्यो 5 शाळा जाल्यो. माध्यमीक विद्यालयां म्हणटात ती जाली. ताजे उपरांत आमकां अशें दिसलें की आमी उच्च माध्यमीक विद्यालयां सुरू करची आनी 1975 आमी उच्च माध्यमीक विद्यालय सुरू केलें. ताजे उपरांत 80च्या दशकांत आमच्या लक्षांत आयलें की एक फोंड्यांत माध्यमीक विद्यालय आसूंक जाय आनी तें माध्यमीक विद्यालय चालू करता आसतना गोवा विद्याप्रसारक मंडळाचें एक अंग फुटून गेलें आनी तांणी पोंडा एज्युकेशन सोसायटी नांवाचें एक संस्था स्थापन केली. तातूंतले हांगा विद्यार्थी आयले आसतले. तें जर अंग आमचे बरोबर आशिल्लें जाल्यार आमी आज व्हडांत व्हड संस्था गोंयांत आसतली आशिल्ली. पूण कांय नजो, ते गेले, तांचें थंय कल्याण जालें, म्हणून आमचें हांगा उदरगत जाली अशी आमी थारावया. कित्याक आमी एक महाविद्यालय तेन्ना अथक परिश्रमांनी चालू केलें. ताच्या नंतर रोखडेंच आमी शैक्षणीक महाविद्यालय चालू केलें. शैक्षणीक महाविद्यालय चालू केलें तेन्ना 2 महाविद्यालयां आनी 1 उच्च माध्यमीक विद्यालय आनी 5 विद्यालयां अशी आमची वाटचाल चालू आशिल्ली. आनीक ह्या 15-16 वर्सांनी आमी ती जवळ जवळ 18 आमची आस्थापना केली. हातूंत म्हाका सांगूंक अभिमान दिसता की आमी डायोसिसीन सोसायटी फाटल्यान सगळ्यांत व्हड संस्था आनीक चडांत चड विद्यार्थी म्हणल्यार 11,500 विद्यार्थी आमच्या हजेरी पटाचेर आसात आनी जवळ जवळ 650 आमचो कर्मचारी वर्ग म्हणल्यार शिक्षक आनी शिक्षकेतर कर्मचारी. तातूंत प्राध्यापक आयले, प्राचार्य आयले आनीक कनिश्ट श्रेणींतले सगळे कामगार आयले. म्हणटकच हे सगळें सांबाळपाक गोवा विद्याप्रसारक मंडळ बरे समर्थतायेन तें सांबाळटा, तें फुडें व्हरता आनी ताका जोड म्हणून सगळ्यांत चड म्हणल्यार आमचे बरे शिक्षक जे भांगराळ्या मनाचे अशें हांव म्हणटा आनी तांचें कार्यूय बी भांगराचें आनी ते ह्या संस्थेचे उदरगतीक कांयच वेळ काळ पळयनासतना आपल्याले पुराय आयुश्य वेंचता म्हणल्यार जाता. तेवटेन प्रिंसिपल तिवोतोन वाज बसला, प्रोफेसर तिवोतोन वाज आनी हेवटेन प्रिंसिपल एनालिना जॉर्ज बसल्या. तांकां दोगांकूय हांव देव बरें करूं म्हणटा. कित्याक येदे व्हडले संस्थेक चलोवपाक तसोच बरो शिक्षक वर्ग जाय पडटा आनी तो शिक्षक वर्ग आमचे कडेन आसा. हातूंतले कितले जाणांनी आपल्याले प्रबंध सादर करून ते दोतोर जाले हें म्हाका खबर ना, पुणून नक्कीच चडशे जाण जाल्यात आनी थोडे जावपाचे वाटेर आसात. जे जाल्यात तांचें अभिनंदन, जे जावपाचे वाटेर आसात तांकां हांव फुडलो परजळीत फुडार आवडयता. तर आजची ही कार्यशाळा शाळेचेर उलोवपाचें जर जालें जर जायत जाल्यार तुमकां आज बरी संद आयल्या. हाज्या पयलीं अश्यो कार्यशाळा खंय जायनाशिल्ल्यो. आतां एक संद मेळटा भुरग्यांक की आपणें हें आपल्यालें शिक्षण फुडें व्हरपाक जाय जाल्यार कशें व्हरचें आनी कितें करचें हें पयलीं भुरग्यांक कळनाशिल्लें. जे भुरगे आपल्यालो प्रबंध सादर करूंक सोदताले किंवा संशोधन करपाक सोदताले तांकां एक तर मुंबय वचचें पडटालें किंवा कोल्हापुरा वचचें पडटालें आनी तें थंय वचून तांकां करचें पडटालें विविध विशयांनी. तरी आसतना म्हाका दिसता थोडे थोडे विशयांनी तांकां कोल्हापुरा बी वचचें पडटा. लायब्ररी सायन्स बी आसत जाल्यार ते विशय हांगा नात. आनी ताज्या नंतर गोवा विश्वविद्यालय म्हळ्यार गोवा युनिवर्सिटी जेन्ना स्थापन जाली तेन्ना ही सुविधा लोकांक गोंयांत मेळपाक लागली. आनीक ताका लागून जायत्या जाणांनी अशे प्रबंध सादर करून ही डॉक्टरेट हातासली किंवा मेळयली अशें आमी म्हणुया. आनी हाका लागून कितें जालें, हाका लागून गोंयांत आर्थीक सुबत्ता आयली. आर्थीक सुबत्ता आयली म्हणल्यार चडांत चड जाणांक अर्थार्जन करपाक मेळ्ळें. अर्थार्जन करपाक मेळ्ळें म्हणल्यार कितें, अर्थ म्हणल्यार अर्थ शब्दाचो न्हय, अर्थार्जन म्हणल्यार पयसो येवपाक लागलो प्रत्येका कडेन. आनी पयशे येवपाक लागले नंतर तो आर्थीक दृश्ट्या म्हणल्यार फायनान्शियल हें आयलें, ताका स्ट्रेंथ आयली आनी ताका लागून आर्थीक दृश्ट्या तो सबळ जालो. आनी सबळ जाल्ल्या कारणान गोंयचो मनीस आज प्रत्येक मनीस त्याचे कडेन जवळ जवळ म्हाका दिसता एक फर्स्ट कार आनी एक सेकंड कार आसता. ती बायल वापरता काय तो वापरता खबर ना, पूण फर्स्ट कार किंवा सेकंड कार आसता आनी एक 2-3 स्कूटरी आसतात. म्हणटकच आनीक विकेंड जाय पडटा ताका, विकेंडाक तो वता आनी तातूंत एकूच गजाल वायट घडल्या ती म्हणल्यार सगळे जाण प्रत्येक जाण नोकरीवालेच घोव सोदतात चलयो. कित्याक 9 ते 5 म्हणसर तो बेकार जाता, मागीर आवटिंगाक वचूंक मेळटा. इन लायटर वेन nobody prefers a businessman like me because they say that he is working 16-17 hours a day, so what I will not be able to cope up with his work, work as well as I will not be able to be happy with him because there will be no entertainment for me. Only he will be asking me to cook and serve. Therefore, we are losing entrepreneurs from Goa. No young person or young boy is coming into entrepreneurship. They want only government job. If I am not mistaken, Registrar is here. He has Deputy Registrar is here. He will throw a light on this. Everybody is working here. Nobody wants to be an entrepreneur. But entrepreneur जातलो जाल्यार कितें करूंक जाय ताजेरूय तुमी एक कार्यशाळा घेयात. कित्याक नवे भुरगे जे पळय जाता ते फक्त शिक्षक शैक्षणिक महाविद्यालयान शिक्षक मागीर ते PhD करतले. आमचे स्टेट ते कितें, आमचे राज्य ते कितें, तातूंत लोकसंख्या ते कितें आनी तातूंत नोकऱ्यो त्यो कितें मेळटल्यो. म्हणल्यार आमकां नोकरी दिवपी तयार करपाक जाय. तातूंतल्यान जायते जाणांक नोकऱ्यो मेळटल्यो, तांचे फायनान्शियल हें स्ट्रेंथ येतली तांकां, म्हणजे तांचे आर्थीक दृश्ट्या ते सबळ जातले आनी जायते जाणांक ते नोकऱ्यो दिवपाक शकतले. अशें करून आमचो जो पळय एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिवपाचो जो रेट आसा तो वाडटलो आनी लोकांक बऱ्यो नोकऱ्यो घरच्या घरा गोंयांतल्या गोंयांत मेळटल्यो आनी त्योय बी बऱ्यो मेळटल्यो. कित्याक भायली खंयची कंपनी येवन जर कितें केलें जाल्यार एनवायरमेंट सगळो वाट लायतात ते. मागीर आमी आमचे शिक्षक डॉक्टरेट बी करता आनी एज्युटेशन करपाक लागता की हे भायले लोक येवन आमचो एनवायरमेंट वाट लायता म्हणून. सो आमकां ताजेरूय लक्ष दवरूंक जाय. तुमी संशोधन केलें म्हणून कांय न्ही, पूण हें चड म्हत्वाचें म्हणल्यार आमची माती, आमची माणसां आनी आमचो एनवायरमेंट, आमचो नेचर, आमचो निसर्ग तो आमकां सांबाळून दवरूंक जाय. म्हणटकच PhD डॉक्टरेट तुम्ही करपाक तुमकां हे प्रबंध सादर करपाक हांगा हे महाविद्यालयांत ही कार्यशाळा घडोवन हाडल्या. तातूंतल्यान तुमी कितें तरी बरें शिकतले, आजच्या दिसाक तुमी कितें तरी बरें घेवन घरा वतले आनी आमचे हे वास्तू तुमचे पांय लागल्या म्हणून हांव तुमकां सगळ्यांक दिनवाजता. आयोजकांनी म्हाका पयलो 2 उतरां उलोवपाक दिली म्हणून तांचे देव बरें करूं म्हणटा आनी तुमकां सगळ्यांक परत एकदां देव बरें करूं. देव बरें करूं तुमचें.
Thank you, sir. Vidyaprasarak is as excellent as always. And now a session that we eagerly await. Ordinance 40 Decoded, what every PhD scholar must know. To create a robust research ecosystem by fostering a culture of research and innovation requires a clear understanding of these ordinances. Ordinances which are meticulously drafted and executed by competent authorities. And we have one such competent authority with us, Shri Ashwin, Lawande, Deputy Registrar Academics, Goa University. I now request you, sir. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I now request Sir Dr. Vinayak More to formally introduce. Sir.
Good afternoon all. Honorable Shri Krishna Shetye sir, Chairman Working Committee Goa Vidyaprasarak Mandal. Honorable Ashwin Lawande sir, Deputy Registrar Goa University Goa. Honorable Dr. Anina George, in charge principal. Honorable Vatsa, distinguished dignitaries of the dais, respected research supervisors, research scholars, and my dear eminent students. It is my privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person, Mr. Ashwin Lawande sir, Deputy Registrar of Goa University. Mr. Ashwin holds a master degree in business administration with specialization in finance and marketing from Goa University, during which he was awarded a scholarship for a student exchange program at DHBW, Ravensburg, Germany. He also holds Bachelor of Commerce in Financial Accounting, Auditing and Taxation, again from Goa University. His industry experience includes serving for 5 years as Assistant Manager in the Financial Analytics Division of Mandal Analytics and Research Consulting Private Limited, Goa. In academic administration, he has an impressive record. He served as Assistant Registrar Finance in the Finance Division, followed by Assistant Registrar Postgraduate Programs in Academic Division for 5 years. From January 2024 to June 2024, he also held an additional charge of Deputy Registrar in Academic Division in an officiating capacity. And since June 2024, he has been serving full-time in this position. As a Deputy Registrar, he leads the Academic Division, which oversees a wide range of critical functioning. Recognition of PG teachers, recognition of PhD research guides, administration of PhD programs, admissions, board of studies, affiliation of institutions, issuance of migration and transcript certificates, conduct of academic council meetings, validation and approval of faculty appointments, career advancement matters, grants of academic equivalence, NSS related matters, and various other academic responsibilities across the university campus and affiliated colleges. Now, I would like to add a personal note here. Whenever I have visited Goa University, particularly his department, I always found Mr. Ashwin working with utmost sincerity, humility, and politeness. He is not only knowledgeable, but he also eager to dwell deeper into the subject of discussion. Sir, I must sincerely thank you for accepting our invitation. When we first thought of this session, the only name that came our mind was yours. We were told by many that you are extremely busy and may not have time. But when we met you and briefly explained the seminar, you agreed instantly, without even a moment of hesitation. and even fix the date then and there. I still remember your words. The seminar is for greater good. If you make scholars knowledgeable about rules and regulations, there are high chances that we can avoid unpleasant situations. Sir, I truly salute your visions and dedication to making the system better and stronger every day. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hand together in welcoming our distinguished resource person, Mr. Ashwin Lawande, Deputy Registrar, Goa University, Goa. Sir, floor is yours. Thank you very much. Dev Gori Guru.
Good afternoon to you all. Respected Shri Krishna Shetye sir, Chairperson of the Working Committee, Principal Dr. Elanina George ma'am, Dr. Vinayak More, Coordinator of the seminar, Principal Dr. Professor Theotan Vas, research guides, research scholars who are present over here, and PG students who are aspirants of PhD. So it's already almost, we're already late, so I will not spend much time on the introduction. I'll directly jump onto the presentation. So basically, as I've been introduced, I'm working at Goa University as Deputy Registrar. So one of my responsibility is administration of PhD program, including admission and till the evaluation stage. So I'd like to introduce the program right. So we are running this program based on the UGC regulations. The latest UGC regulations are minimum standards for award of PhD program, PhD degree, which was announced in 2022. So based on this provisions, we have introduced Ordinance OA 40. Earlier we had ordinance such as OP 9, then OA 19 and OA 19A, which were notified based on different regulations which have been issued by UGC from time to time. So as the session is named Ordinance OA 40 Decoded, what every PhD scholar must know. Apart from scholars, I have also introduced some part for PhD research guides or potential PhD research guides who have PhD but who are planning to apply for guideship. So the session outline, I'll cover introduction to the ordinance, then eligibility criteria for joining the PhD program, what is the admission process, RAC, that is Research Advisory Committee, which will guide the students through the entire life cycle of PhD program. Then the duration, that is the period of the program, what is the minimum period, what is the maximum time the student has to complete his research, coursework, then progress reporting, how periodic progress is to be reported to the RAC, Research Advisory Committee. Then what are the process involved in submission of thesis. So these are the topics, and apart from that there are some other important points based on our experiences and observations. So basically do's and don'ts kind of points I'll also add to this slide. So, as I said, the Ordinance OA 40 is based on minimum standards and procedures for award of PhD degree. It is based on 22 regulations. It replaces Ordinance OA 19 and 19A. We still have some PhD students, some of you all who have registered earlier in 2017 or 18. You all are registered under OA 19. And those who have registered after 2018-19, they are under Ordinance OA 19A. Most of the provisions are same, and wherever students are getting benefited, we have passed on those benefits of new regulations to the old ordinances as well. For example, duration. So as per the Ordinance OA 19A, which was based on the regulations of UGC 2018, the period of duration was maximum 7 years. So as per the new regulations, 22 regulation, now it is 8 years. And female students get 2 more years. Females and students with disabilities get 2 more years. So we have passed on this benefits also to the existing students who have registered in earlier ordinances, OA 19 and OA 19A. So other thing that has changed in the new guidelines, new ordinance is admission criteria. So earlier we were following a criteria wherein it was based on interview. So now we have 70% weightage for the marks that are scored by candidate in entrance exam and 30% for interview. And there's a different criteria for GRF students. It is 100% based on interview. I'll explain to you in detail when we reach that stage. So the eligibility criteria for the program is a master's degree with 55% in the concerned subject. Students can also join for PhD program in allied subject in case maybe if you have done PhD, if you have done masters in biotech, if you want to join for programs such as marine science, such interdisciplinary admissions are also possible. Then the second option is 4 years degree with 75%, 4 years honors degree with research. As of now in Goa, this is based on the NEP degree. So we have reached, in Goa we have implemented NEP at Goa University in 23-24. So the first batch of NEP has reached 3rd year now. Many colleges may offer 4 years honors degree. Once that is done, students will be also eligible for direct admission to PhD without completing PG. However, they need to get minimum 75% or equivalent CGPA to be eligible for this. And also there is a relaxation available for persons belonging to various reserve category. Now, the various admissions, in case if you all have any questions, you all can ask me at the end of the individual slides. Or you all can ask later also during the Q&A session. So these are the various admission methods available. So once you clear the basic eligibility qualification, that is 55% in PG or 4 years honors with research with 75%, a student needs to either clear NET set, national level test include UGC NET set or UGC CSI, that is applicable in case of science programs. Then GATE, which is in case of engineering program, but GATE has also introduced now subjects from humanities and social sciences, so students can also opt for GATE. Then SEED and other examinations which are conducted by many institutes, national level institute, and there are other tests also like ICR, NET, so which are also accepted by Goa University. Then you have SET or NET lecturership, which is basically most of the teachers are appointed through this. The first one is JRF, where there is a scholarship involved. Then third option is Goa University PhD entrance test that is conducted by Goa University. So we have just opened today itself for PhD entrance test. We do that every year in all subjects in the month of usually July or August or July, August, September. And the last option that is available is MPhil. However, MPhil only regular mode students are given exemption. All other students who have done we have seen many teachers a few years back, there was a distance mode program being offered in Goa by some other university, and later on many of you all have realized that this degree was not accepted because even for case or appointment purpose, relaxations were not given because it was not done in regular mode. So only regular mode MPhil are accepted and given exemption from other entrance exam. So next slide, I'll go on to entrance exam that is conducted by Goa University. So as I said, it is conducted once a year in August or September for all the subjects irrespective of number of vacancies that are there. The structure of the test is, it is similar on the lines of NET set exam. So basically there will be a one paper on research methodology, which will be a MCQ based paper, 50 questions and each carrying 2 marks each. Then paper 2 is subject specific, which will be MCQ as well as subjective question based. The passing criteria, this we have revised so that large number of students can get opportunity to apply for PhD. Earlier this used to be 50% overall and each subject. We have reduced to 40% in each subject and overall 50%. Also here there is a relaxation for students belonging to reserve category. The validity of this test is 2 academic years. So the test that we are conducting now, September 25, it will be valid for academic year 25-26 as well as next academic year 26-27. So the students will get maximum they can get 4 opportunity, 4 admission rounds will be conducted during these 2 years. So the process that we follow for admission is basically the test will be conducted now. Then in the month of October, early October or maybe late September, we will go for a PhD round of admission. The students will vacancies will be notified. Like every guide will submit how many seats he wants to advertise for this particular round. His area of research will be mentioned, and then students can go through the notification and apply in case if the subject has vacancy. So again, the reservation is followed strictly at all the colleges, whether it's in Goa University schools or in respective affiliated colleges, research centers. So there will be another round in the same academic year that is conducted usually in January, between January to March. So the remaining vacancies, again we request guides to announce their vacancies, and depending upon the vacancies available, the students can apply. Now the weightage for criteria for admission. So for JRF students, as I said earlier, 100% admission will be done based on the interview. For other students other than JRF, the weightage will be 70% weightage for the interview, for the entrance exam score, and 30% for the interview. So this is just an illustration. Basically, it says that 70% weightage for the score calculation is given. And move on to the next part of interview. Basically, the interview, the student is expected to provide his showcase his basic knowledge about the study. Even some students bring in their proposals, so that is also accepted. Generally, at that stage, student may not be firm about what is the exact objective of the study. So generally students carry in a proposal which will give some idea to the prospective guide, research supervisor, in which area the student wants to do his research. Now in case of tie, we give preference to JRF, then NET set candidate, MPhil, then GUPAT, and then in case if there's still a tie, PhD performance, interview performance will be given the weightage. Now, there are three options, three possibilities of the interview. One is selected, not selected, and waitlist. This is a category which we have recently introduced. For one particular round, if a student is on the waitlist, if the person is selected does not confirm his admission, the students on the waitlist can also get an opportunity. Otherwise, the students had to wait for 6 years or 6 months or another year to join the program. So the next part is provisional registration. So as soon as the student completes the documentation after joining the program, he'll have to submit the documentation along with the checklist, whatever. Basically, it will include a form which will give details about the students, whether he's in employment, whether the registration will be part-time, full-time. And in case if the registration is part-time, he'll also need to obtain an NOC from the employer, and along with other academic qualifications too. So, upon completion of this process, a provisional certificate will be issued to students, which will mention the date of registration, and this date of registration will be based on the fees that he has paid, and it will be this date will be very relevant because this will be critical for considering the extension, then the maximum period that the student has for the duration of PhD. And yeah, so another thing is this, when UGC although has a policy about pursuing 2 degrees at a time, this is with the exception only for PhD. When you are enrolled for a PhD program, you cannot pursue any other program at the same time. Otherwise, when you are joining for a UG or PG program, there is a possibility of you can pursue any other program in online distance mode. So this is a restriction. Until you submit your thesis, you cannot pursue any other program. Now these are the conditions for part-time PhD students, especially for teachers. We have many students who are teachers and pursuing part-time PhD. So these are the conditions which has been introduced based on 2022 regulations. So it says that the teachers can be, should be permitted basically by the employer whenever required to carry out his research and for completing the coursework. Now the Research Advisory Committee, earlier it was also referred to as DRC, Departmental Research Committee, but we have changed the nomenclature. Basically the functions will remain the same. Those are joined in 19 and 19A. So we were referring to this committee as DRC. So it will include the supervisor, who is also referred to as guide, then co-supervisor, wherever applicable in case of interdisciplinary nature of research, generally a co-supervisor is also appointed. Then 2 subject experts, which are also VCs nominee, which are nominated by VCs and who are expected to monitor the progress of the students. So this part is for guides. So basically for nomination, at the time of nomination, the guides are required to submit 4 names. 2 from within the organization, can be from other college, or and 2 from outside the organization, can be from other colleges or even outside the university. Now the 6 monthly reviews. We have observed this, that many a times guides insist to the students that you have to complete objective number 1 and then only you can then only I'll convene DRCs. So we have been creating awareness about this to the guides, saying that you all conduct, irrespective of whatever objective or task that are planned, you all conduct a DRC every 6 months. So conducting DRCs every 6 months help us in reviewing the progress on time basis. Otherwise, what happens is this 6 months sometimes become 9 months, and then in case if there are exams, especially for college teachers, if there are exams or if you all have any college duties, just get on dealing. And non-submission of 2 reports can also lead to termination. So we again request all the guides who are present over here to conduct DRCs on time after every 6 months, irrespective of whether the student has completed the task that was assigned in the previous meeting or not. So the first 6 monthly DRC after the registration will be basically a proposal discussion stage. The student will be required to submit a proposal. I have an additional slide on this. Second 6 monthly presentation, basically at the end of first year, is a seminar presentation and presentation and basically the DRC will, RAC will also confirm the completion of coursework. And following every 6 months, the student is required to submit, to conduct a RAC meeting which will review the progress. This is to be conducted till they submit a pre-synopsis presentation. As I said, RAC will always, after, in that every meeting, they will comment whether the student is can be recommended a progression or not. In case if the committee feels that the student has not completed satisfactory progress during this last 6 months, they can comment that the progress is unsatisfactory, and two such unsatisfactory comments can be also mean termination of the research. So the duration for program is minimum 3 months, 3 years. So on completion of 3 years, the student will be eligible for going for pre-synopsis and then submission of thesis. So after 3 years, after 6 years, 6 initial years, that is the maximum time, the student can apply for re-registration. Re-registration doesn't mean fresh registration, it is basically extension for 2 years. So in case if you are not able to complete after 6 years, you can get 2 more years. However, the student need to completely have a justification why he is not being able to submit after within 6 years. Then you will get 2 more years, that is 8 years, and in case of female students and disabled students get 2 more years to complete the PhD. So now all the students have 10 years to complete. So we have seen many students discontinuing, especially college teachers discontinuing because they are occupied with their college work. So I'll request you to rethink about this, considering about this new change. These are the parameters which students are expected to include in their research proposals. So basically identification of research area, formulation of research titles, objectives, start the process of literature review, then propose the methodology that students are going to follow for the research, establish timeline. So if you all do it from start, like these are the DRC periods wherein I'll be focusing on data collection or identifying the methodology. It will help the students in carrying out the research and completing it on time. And also assess the facilities that are available. Many a times, especially in sciences, if the facilities are not available, you need to collaborate with other researchers so you all can identify whether it's actually available, or you may have to cut down on your research objective if it's not feasible to get such facilities. Now the coursework. If you all have any questions till this slide, you all can ask. Okay, I'll move it. So coursework, as you all know, which is mandatory requirement and which is to be finished within the first year itself. So on completion of coursework and on making the annual presentation, the registration will be confirmed. And upon confirmation, there are a lot of benefits available to students, such as students can apply for GSRF scholarship Even Goa University has students who are registered on campus. We have a research studentship scheme, which is students are paid, I think, almost 18,000 per month, basically for part-time students. So now the research coursework includes 4 courses. Earlier, many of you all have joined during COVID-19 time. There were only 2 courses required. Now there are 4 courses required, a total of 12 credits. So 4 credits for research methodology, 4 credits for advanced theory, that is related to the topic where the student is, on which the student is pursuing the research. Then research and publication ethics. This is a course where university has already recorded sessions which are uploaded on YouTube and the university Moodle. Students can access those videos, they can watch those videos and do self-study and answer an exam which is conducted by the university. So recently we have just finished with the deadline for applying for the exam. We will be conducting the exam in another 2 weeks. Then academic writing, which is a recently introduced paper. This is to be offered at school level, school or research center level. Now who is going to teach these courses and evaluation of coursework? We have observed earlier that many of the students were they were doing self-study about these courses. But now we have a strict policy wherein the guide and the school or research center is required to conduct classes, and they have to show records also when such classes were conducted, and only then the student can go for evaluation. So many students are required to complete, and in many universities this is thoroughly done. In some bigger universities, many students, 20 to 30% of the students are dropping out because they are not able to complete the coursework. It's very rigorous. Many of our students are, as in they are working teachers, so they are not able to attend these classes, but we request you all to ensure that this coursework is completed and actual classes are conducted, and only then